This, my good friend Anders, is the second part of Cowie and I's awesome journeys into the Uplift show, where we bring on amazing builders that are doing great things for their communities in the Uplift World Metaverse. And we talk to them about what they're building. Not only do we talk to them about what they're building, but we get them to show us around what they have built and what they have planned. So welcome everyone in the comments. Thanks for jumping in. Please, you know, I'm becoming acclimatized to saying, you know, smash the likes and hit the share, because I guess that's what you do, even though it drives me crazy. But yeah, send this out. We got Torios from NFT Room on the line, and my good buddy, who it seems like it's been forever, but it really hasn't been that long. Cowie, to walk you, right? It has. It feels like it's been like almost a year, and I guarantee you it was inside of a month that we were on here doing one of these, right?
Yeah, absolutely right, man.
So, welcome.
Yeah, well, I want to say hi to everyone as well, and hi to Torios. But before we go too deep, maybe just introduce yourself if you can. You know, where are you from? What's your project about?
Sure.
You know, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Torios. Well, I'm Argentinian, but I live in Barcelona at the moment, Spain. And I started in NFTs and learning about the ecosystem last year during lockdown. I got caught in this world, and I got fascinated. And I was like, I really want to make something in here. So it's like, I'll start a community. And so I was like, okay, I'll do it in Spanish because it's my main tongue, and in English at the same time. And I kind of regretted that because it was a lot of work to keep up, and I was still trying to figure out everything. So I ended up deciding just for the Spanish side, so I could focus on them. And that's pretty much it. I started as a news source pretty much, and now I try to curate the content for them, and I'm slowly making content for the community so they can check new projects and actually learn how everything works. And here at the Uplift, I wanted to create a space for people to come and join and have a good time and kind of be involved in a room. And once we join, and I'll show you the room, I'll explain that concept of the room a little bit more.
Yeah, let's jump on in there. I mean, that's cool. We can do that. We're going into the void. That's what it looks like.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, it's nighttime. Okay.
Okay, so you have control. Let's see what you have.
All right.
And just for everyone out there, notice how he's got the little map up there in the top right corner, which is sweet. I mean, like, we don't often see people using that, so that's great that you're using that plugin.
Oh yeah, since I saw this was available, I was like, yes, because I love the zenithal view from the map from the web. It's like, I really want to see how everything looks in real time here, so I don't have to check it on the web. So yeah, I wish I had more from what we have, but I think for me and a friend that it's been helping me from time to time. So this is it's going to be a room. Okay, this is kind of shaped like one of my first rooms when I moved here to Barcelona. So nice. We have a bunk bed here. And
yeah, right. Now I see the bunk bed.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you started to say, because you asked me before off screen, right? Like, what do you think this is gonna be? And then I was like, I'm not sure, like a warehouse. But then now that you're saying that this is gonna be an entire room, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So this looks bad from the top. I want them to make the blanket cover with the logo like here and draw it here so you can see it from the top of the map and everything. And then, well, you have basic room, right? A chair, you would have your computer here. And I wanted to integrate, I want to make some walls and put up some posters and make like a real room, but you're small here. So you would have to go around and try to figure out how you would get to some places, do some treasure hunts and stuff like that, and give people prizes for walking around and investigating. So at the moment we only have this and this library kind of thing, and then I want to make like statues here because I'm, aside from NFTs, I really like to collect the physical stuff. So I also wanted to make both things, show real like physical virtual stuff into the room and the space.
I really like that idea, man. I think it's gonna turn out pretty great when you develop it more.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to make like games, so I left the bed empty so we could have like something like amazing here for people to have different. So depending on which leg, I don't know if you call it like that. Depending on of which leg of the bed you end up, you will go like down, and then there's going to be like different paths and stuff like that. So you would have to spend a while here until you learn how it works. And then there's many things I want to do. I want to do like under level for people to.
Oh, you got a natural coral down there. Honestly, this thing's you're kind of freaking me out a little bit with this. Like I'm seriously, like you're so small. You look so small, and then I didn't realize. I kind of thought like proportionally it was a little bit bigger, and I was like, but I didn't realize it was actually that big until you went down into the just the way that it looks on the screen. It doesn't actually look like it's that big, and then you went down into the post of the bed, and I was like, holy crap, that's like, that bed is huge, right? It's like we're flying around. I didn't realize that was like, I was like, yeah, it's kind of doing my head in a number on that. So well done. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was trying to get the right proportions. I wanted to make like 1 of 1. So I think that was the hardest thing to start thinking, like how many blocks is the right height for these and everything, and also the floor. It took me so long. So
I mean, yeah, I've seen the floor like for a while, because when I first saw that you had like the half of the plot, I was like, okay, that's how I actually in my mind divided. Like, okay, the wooden floor belongs to Taurus and to NFT Room, and then Wild Rolls has the other side. It must have been a lot of work to put that together.
Yeah, it took me a while, and we also took it down a few times because we didn't like how it looked from the map. So I wanted to. It looked like from parquet. I don't know if that's the right word in English, like the wooden floor, parquet.
Yeah, I know which one you mean. Yeah, I guess that I'm not sure either, but.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna show it, but like these wooden floors with the little stripes, and so I wanted it to look from the height from the map that it was like kind of a real room. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to create a space for people to come here, join, hang out, and do some cool stuff while discovering, like having prizes for them, and maybe I don't know if we can do that, but like maybe some interactive stuff somehow. There's gonna be something on the screen of the computer.
Use like just do a room with a session where you just like update signs kind of like daily or whatever, because that's what you do with your community, right? Like you always go and give them tips on the right things to do, like what's moving, what's hyping and all. You just do a room where people just walk in and they can immediately see like the daily stuff that you want to share with them. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, we can maybe display something on the screen of the computer or something like that. So you don't
maybe
it's more visual. You don't have to go and read the whole group and see the 600 messages.
Sorry, what's this thing? What's the thing in front of the bed? Is that supposed to be like a guitar stand, or what is that?
Yeah. This this is a chair.
Okay.
This is like
you started the chair,
Yeah, so it should be like something like this, and I'm a perfectionist, so I want to make the chair right and everything. So the perfect height. So this is where the seat is gonna be, and this is how tall the chair is gonna be. But I'm still thinking about the shape, and there's many things to take in consideration. I also want to have a chest full of toys and like Easter eggs to different projects. I would really like to have like a big poster of Alien Worlds for something like. And
yeah, okay, fair enough. I can see that now. Sorry, I thought it was like one of those. Stands that you put your guitar on or something, and I was gonna be like, oh, are you gonna like build a giant guitar there, or like?
Yeah, it could be, some instruments, whatever. I feel like eventually I will add some stuff, but also the community and the people who join after I I choose the right people and everything that would like to help out in the plot here and make the plot great, they will bring their ideas, and because that's
Yeah.
what it's about.
So
It's
you were
not about
talking
me, so yeah.
you were talking about that a little bit before as well to us. Like, what do you already have any specific plans on how you want to bring these people in, or are you not too sure yet?
I'm still trying to figure out, but at least I need them to be active on the main chat and be here and help other people and and stuff like that. Just and be nice and bring stuff to the community and import stuff to the Uplift and make a great place. Not someone that's gonna come here once and be like, okay, cool, and then it's gonna take me like 10 days to find someone else. I just someone that is serious and that's it, and wants to have fun.
Yeah, so
that
we
makes sense.
just so people, I think everybody out there probably knows this by now, but you can go to enter.theuplift.world and your land and rail keys will show up there, and you're able to actually whitelist 7 people per plot to come in and help you build. So I know Anders is out there in the chat. He's doing that with some of his builds. I'm doing that with some of my builds. A lot of us are. So yeah, for people who are looking for help, right? You don't necessarily have to do anything more than just go over there and register for people. So like I think that's going to be an interesting concept, right? Like and good luck, because you're a perfectionist. So whoever's got to work with you, that's going to be.
Yeah, and I don't like to be bossy, but you have to be bossy if you want stuff done right. But I don't like, it's not my personal line. It's just I'd rather work alone, but I need help. So if you accept to work here, sadly you will have to hear me. I'm really nice. Like whoever, if anyone wants to help, I'll take the help. I'm not too bossy. I'll do my best to make you comfortable here.
I swear you guys can come in and just help in any way you want, as long as I approve everything you do.
Yes.
I'm excited to see this finish, because like I said, this kind of blew me away. And now the more I think about it, so there was this they do this seasonal event every year in Japan, where I live, up in the desert. Believe it or not, there's a mini desert up on the sea, and they call it the Sand Festival. And what they do is they have these people, they come in and they like put glue in the sand, and they make these giant sculptures, different themed sculptures every year. And one year they did a theme of like Gulliver's Travels, if you're familiar with Gulliver's Travels. And it was this big, sand dune kind of sculpture, like beside the forest of like Gulliver, like being tied down by all the little people. And like I get visions of that when I'm here, right? Like, because you can't really see it when you're looking at it like now. Especially when you were hovering over it a little bit before. But then when you turn and you look at the size of the trees and you see like the size of the coral and things like that under it, it's going to be a really interesting little, thing to see when it's all said and done, right? There's going to be this massive giant bed in the middle of the ocean beside a bookshelf, and like everything else is going to be like miniature. Like this is going to be like Giants headquarters or something. It's going to be great.
I'm glad it feels like that, because that's what we were aiming for, to make everyone like feel small in here, and the urge to know what's up there, so people would have to find a way to get up there somehow. And I want to make like hidden paths around the place and everything.
It definitely gives me like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids vibes kind of thing.
Yes.
Well, and you know what the other cool thing is, like we were chatting about this. I don't know if it's going to happen, but one of the ideas that we did have on the stream last night was like, because a couple people have been asking about it. What if we like, at some point turn flying abilities in Genesis off? So like if you're a creator and you wanted to be working on your plot, then maybe we could give those abilities, or you could like maybe sync some Upliftium to do that or something like that. But in general, that would force people to use the rails, which is good because they're going to get, better rewards by using the rails. But also, you could like come in here, like you said, and it's like, holy shit, like what's that giant bed? And how the hell do I get to the top of it, right? You can't just fly up there and, land like Astro Boy, right? Like you actually have to figure out a way up, which is cool because like you were talking about maybe on the second level putting in some kind of maze or something like that as well. So it would tie it all in kind of nicely.
Yeah, I really think that's gonna be something super cool if we can get that to work, you know, because one thing is for you to design as a creator to just go and be able to use all the blocks and fly and do whatever you want, and that's the great thing about Genesis and creative servers. But a lot of the exploration and all, it's a little bit like the experience is a bit taken away when you have all the visitors also being able to fly and do all those things, right? But when you can use all those features to create everything, and then when people come in, they don't get to use that. That's when it starts becoming really interesting, I think, you know.
Yeah. I thought people that weren't whitelisted on the plots wouldn't be able to fly. So that's a wrong assumption from me. I thought everyone was gonna have to walk to the plot.
No, and right now everything in Genesis is flyable. So
okay, now I'll put some rules. If you want to be here, you have to play fair. I'll be looking from the skies. I'll be making sure.
But that's it. Like, in case this new thing comes to place, then it will be different, right? Like Jimmy was saying. So it might still happen.
You know what I think you should do is like, somewhere, I don't care where, but like somewhere like close to this view, just fly up a little bit and then build this glass cube that's just big enough for your avatar to stand in. And then like build your avatar so it looks like you're the general always looking out over like the builders. Okay, like you won't even be in game, you'll just be like looking at with a sign that says, you're being watched. Don't mess with my plan.
It's like this, make a huge sculpture here, looking down with a text on the head. You've been watched. Play fair.
Yeah, I like it.
You could even just put an image of the actual avatar, you know.
Oh, true. A poster maybe somewhere. Yeah. Put some stickers on the ground. This room is really messy and it's full of NFTs and stuff like that. So
I'm curious. I'm curious. You live in Barcelona. Barcelona is one of my favorite cities in the world. Actually, I had a lot of fun when I was in Barcelona. One of the cities I actually want to go to for an extended period of time is Buenos Aires in Argentina.
Oh yeah.
What took you from Argentina to Barcelona? How did that happen?
Yeah, but I'm
just out on the surfboard one day and like the ocean swept you away. I assume that's a thing.
Oh, so I'm 24 at the moment. So I came here. Well, my mom brought me here when I was really young.
Oh, nice.
I was like 11, so I just stayed here. I used to go back and forth to Argentina, but I really like Barcelona and I wouldn't change it, even though I love Buenos Aires and I'm from Mar del Plata, which is like a smaller city in the
coast. That's like a beachside town, right?
Yeah. It's like
it's supposed to be one of the most beautiful beaches in South America, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, it's super pretty. Yeah,
I've only heard of it. I haven't been. I mean, the only time I've been to Argentina was just like when I was close to the border with Brazil, and I've been to Buenos Aires on a connection flight, but I've never actually spent time. And I would really love to go as well because it's just, there's just too many interesting and good things that I know about it for me not to want to go. You know.
Great.
You gotta be careful though. Argentina, it's a it's a dangerous place sometimes. Some areas, but yeah.
Well, I'm from Brazil, so I understand.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha. No warning needed.
Right? Yeah, I'm from Canada, so I'll just wear a parker and pretend that nobody sees me.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey Daniel, how you doing?
So tell us about this. So Daniel, he's your neighbor, and he said, thank you for helping him out when he first got the community plot. What have you guys been building stuff together, or have you been planning stuff together? Like how's this working out?
Yeah, not really. Well, I contacted Corey back in the day, and I was like, Corey, I would really love to have a plot here because I love the project and what you guys are making. And I said, okay, but what I can do for you is share a plot. And so he introduced me to Daniel, and we thought about making something together, but we're like, let's try to represent our projects individually. We can maybe like have some Easter eggs from on one side or on the other or something like that. But we wanted to make our own stuff, even though we're sharing. I did kind of help him because he was pretty new to Minecraft, and also his son was playing at the beginning, because we were also not located on this map. We were on, how is that called? The other server?
Yeah, the old world, right?
Old world.
Before everything got ported over.
Yeah, it was fun to get there with the boat and everything. So that's where I helped him a little bit, and with the coordinates and everything, because it can be a little confusing at the beginning, the coordinates and everything like that.
Yeah.
So what's that thing in the background there? That colorful.
I think that's from a rail, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
No. Stop. Turn. Right there. What's that thing?
So
that's from Wise Worlds.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's that's the other side. Okay, so he's in a trench in the shadow of your bed. Okay, that's
that's what we're talking. No, we were talking like off camera. Also that, because I'm worried because I'm making big stuff here. That he's gonna be like on the shadows, but he's making some really cool stuff here. He makes some awesome art with different blocks, and that's awesome.
By the way, Daniel, since you're listening, whenever you are ready as well, I've already sent you the invite for you to just join us and explain what this crazy sculpture is.
Daniel's he's a great artist. He's an artistic mind. I just waiting for him to Toros to roll in one day, and it's just like, Daniel's plot is just a big pile of like dirty laundry on the floor with a sign that says like clean your room.
Probably that, I need
massive monkey heads. Okay, you're making massive monkey heads. That's a little bit freaky. I mean, that's cool.
And he showed me some like big, because at the beginning I wanted to make like castles because I really like medieval stuff, and I was like, yeah, we can. And I would really love to have because he made like a big painting, like a massive painting with tons of blocks, and I was like, I would love to have like a big headquarters or something like that. These rooms like Harry Potter where they eat, and then they have like these massive walls. So it's like I would love to have Daniel to decorate every castle, every piece of the castle. But yeah, we switched ideas.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can make a miniature castle in your shelf.
Yeah.
And then pitch in on one of the walls or something.
A few blocks into the little castle. Yeah, I'm like, that's right, Daniel. My bad. I wish I had more to show to you guys.
No, I mean, I think it's quite a bit, to be honest. Like the scope and the scale of it is pretty big.
Yeah,
right? So.
And it's really interesting because it's very, very different. Like this is, again, like we always say that every time someone comes on the show, it's different. But this is, again, I don't think we've actually gotten anyone that did something like this, like on the different perspective where you're just so tiny and everything is big. So it shows us like yet another possibility of what can be done, right?
And that's the thing. This is half of a community plot. So that whole floor, I said, right? I want to stress this. That whole floor is half of a 250 by 250, right? Like everybody else who has a community plot, that's the size of your plot. It looks really small, hovering over the ocean like this, but it's massive, right? Like it's huge.
It's giant, yeah.
That's
250 by 125, yeah.
Right? Like that's really flipping big. That's
that took a while, yeah. A few AFK building, looking at videos, like oops, not this. I spent a few hours doing stuff like oops, I don't know how to play. Like doing this, I did spend a while, like a few good 6 hours, I think, something like that or more. But yeah, it was fun. I love the process. You get a lot.
So what are the things like that?
One thing you can do, just as a quick tip, you can middle mouse click any block and then you just immediately grab it. It's quicker than going to the search box.
Middle
mouse click. That saves you a lot of time.
Oh wow! So it's been a while. So I used to play Minecraft back in the day when I was super young, and then I never
Yeah, I
played
get you.
again.
I'm the same.
Wow.
I just use the numbers actually myself. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
sometimes like if you're using more materials than the 9 spots that you have, then that helps, you know.
oh, this is
oh,
great.
I see what you're saying. Oh, so those will come. I see what you're saying. I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
either.
you grab whatever you're facing basically, you know, which is pretty handy on a creative server.
That's great, Howie. Thank you so much. You just saved me a
Yeah, of
few
course.
hours of time if I accumulate every searching item time.
Yeah,
I know.
we're gonna have to check this out. We might have seen it yesterday actually, but the 3D working map view, is
What do you mean?
is that
This map or like?
no
The 3D map, if you go to the world maps,
yeah.
Oh,
so you
sorry.
know, world maps the uplift.world. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you go there to the little 3D box on the right hand side where you have Genesis. Yeah, that one. So then you see everything in 3D.
So this
So
was.
you'll be able to find your plot, and this is
Yeah.
where it's really gonna shine, right? Like it looks like a giant bed.
So
like,
this
Yeah.
was this was available on the other map too, and this is why I built it like this. I thought we lost this function, but now that it's added, I'm gonna rush. To
It's
finish
back,
it.
yeah.
I'm rushing
Yeah.
this now.
I mean, it's actually technically not 3D, it's just isometric, but it looks super cool, right?
It works. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, yeah, and then okay, this is great. It's everything's gonna be isometric now, looking this direction.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like this, I mean, I cannot. Every time I look at this map like that, I'm like, this is super cool because it's literally putting to life in a way that you can see the entire world, like all the creations of all the cool creative minds that are building anything in the Uplift, right? Like it's just so cool.
This is amazing. Like people do make some real cool stuff in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, and it gives a nice perspective about where you are too, right? Like you're in a pretty good location. You're south of Block Base, you know, just a little bit southwest of Boyd.
Yeah, it's pretty much almost like a straight line from Spawn, right?
Yeah, Spawn is here. Yeah.
Yeah, around that.
Not this Spawn. Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah, it's somewhere around that.
Well, let me put the plot lines. Yeah, the middle is somewhere around here.
It's like right in the middle of the map there, like where you see a little world, a little globe. That's where Spawn is. So it's just like you're basically almost like it's not straight west, but it's a little bit south. Yeah,
5-ish, blocks away. It's cool. I like it that we are on this side. It's really nice.
Yeah,
many talented. Wow,
yeah, and the cool thing is like soon everywhere will be a cool spot to be, right? Because you can see all the cool stuff popping up already. Yeah, that plot's just insane.
Yeah, this is I know stupid. These guys are nuts, and what they've created here is just insane. Like, and this is the 3D map view. Like when you're in game and you see it, it's even more detailed, right? Like it's
pretty Wazowski. Cool.
Yeah, it's just really rendered really well, and like again, like you know, basically your neighbor. That's like that's you got a great location, to be honest. Like they're just I know stupid is just you know southeast of you, so that's really good. It's really good. There's going to be some good builds over there for sure.
Oh yeah, I love how I love to see the evolution of everyone coming together here and building, because every time I join, there's some amazing new builds.
I just noticed that next to them there's a pickle tower. It's just a green tower, and it's called the Pickle Tower. Just behind that.
Right.
Right there.
Pickle Tower. Wow.
So
that might
I'm
be
actually
a thing because of Rick and Morty down there. I don't know.
Right. I'm actually pondering this idea as well, which I think we're going to do sometime soon. But I think we're going to do like a people's some sort of like People's Choice Awards, where we will come up with some categories, and then people from the community can nominate these builds. They could be community plot builds, or they could be personal builds. But for example, like we might say like, great cities, right? And like there's some really good nominations already. You look at like Shift City by the Crypto Rider Group. You look at Lad City, what those guys are doing over there
too, right?
Yeah, Blockbase is one of them. Boyd is one of them. There's all these cities. 01 Capital, right? So we can get people to nominate these, and then we can have this kind of like social promotion contest, right? Like we could do like skyscrapers, we could do castles. There's tons of castles, tons of pagodas in this world, right? And so like that castle's pretty slick. There's a couple over in CK, right? We could do like all of these interesting kind of ideas for. Yeah, that's 01 Capital, right? That's insane.
Yeah.
So we could do like all of these types of things, right? Like we could do like most thoughtful posts and stuff like that. So this is one of the things that we're working on, a series of these types of builds and stuff like that, which I think is going to be really fun. So we'll have to come up for a category that we can definitely nominate. The giant bedroom.
You can also do that for every server or something like that too, like best or.
It could be like best out of scale build or something like that. Like, and then it could be really tiny or really big or whatever it is.
Massive build. This is great. Like you look at this and I feel like I really need to put more work into what I'm doing.
I don't like
out of the ordinary.
But right, but that's the thing. Like different people are really good at different styles, right? Like what you've built there on this 3D map, it's pretty big, right? Like it looks really impressive. I mean, you can't even see what I built. Like it's just a bunch of passageways under the water. That's not even it's just like
we all have our times. We have different different plans for our plot.
But I'm on this map as well. I constructed the Generate EOS one, and I did a ring around, like just an underwater ring. It's at the very top corner, other corner, adjacent corner from there. So if you scroll in, you can see the heart. That's the plot, right?
Here?
No, down one plot. Yeah, right there. So you can see this ring that goes around, that blue line that goes around the outside. If you scroll out a little bit, right?
Okay, this.
Yeah, that's almost a 250 by 250. It's a little bit bigger than a 250 by 250, right? Now half of that, I just went like 5 blocks ring around the outside. Okay. Now half of that is what you covered in your flooring. That's nuts. Right? Like, block by block, every single part of half of that little blue outline square, just to give you guys like a scope. You couldn't see it when you were in the game, but that's huge. Like that's a lot of work, man. That's like, right? Like this is that's massive.
Every block that I was placing, I was thinking I should ask because maybe there's a command for building, and I could just like put one block here and then run to the other side and have a straight line. But
no, I don't think there is, right? Yeah.
I mean, it exists in Minecraft, but it's not available in the Uplift.
Because I sometimes I do streams on Twitch and I show how I build and everything, and people are like, "Why are you building like this? What's wrong with you? Why don't you use a command?" I'm like, this is how it is. Like, at least I'm not Anders. I'm not playing survival here and making massive buildings.
Yeah. Plus that's it. Like you can definitely say that you've got, all the merit for having built that like manually, block by block. It's it's in creative, but you're still doing it manually, right?
Yeah, you're that's a lot of blocks to put down. Seriously, I wonder what the calculation for how many blocks are in that floor is. Like that's huge.
I'll bring that up whenever it's finished. I'll be like, so this build has this amount of blocks. Like,
well, just the floor would probably be easy enough. That's basically at 125 times 250, so that's 31,250 blocks.
That's cool. That's some blocks. A few clicks. I wonder why my wrist was hurting the week that I played.
Yeah, tricky.
I'm really it's great. I really want to finish it. I gotta get my stuff together and bring the people here.
I imagine like once you build a little bit more, once you start actually seeing like the room getting put together and all, you're gonna get even more excited, and you're gonna have ideas for extra little things in the room that you want to add and things like that. You know?
Yeah, the small details. Once every big thing is built, the details come in, and then I can work better. Maybe I'll change these colors and make them. I don't know. We'll see.
Seems like Daniel needs a place to crash, man.
Oh yeah, sure. we can share the bed. It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's more like, can I just have the bottom 2 little blocks of the bed? That's enough.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Yeah.
That's really good. I like it. Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about, you mentioned a little bit earlier that you have a community and some of the community builders, some of the people in your community might want to come in and build. So for people who might not know about NFT Room, tell us a little bit about how to get involved. Where do we find you? Where do we find your project? And what do you guys do outside of Minecraft?
So you can find us at Twitter, NFT Room. We also have a Telegram channel. I believe it's in the description of the.
Yeah, it's down below.
Okay, yeah, it's a Spanish group. I gotta say that. I also have an English group, but it's a little bit abandoned at the moment because I'm focusing on the other room. There's a few guys talking in there, but I'm sorry, you guys, I left you behind. I am focusing on the Spanish community. So yeah, as I was saying before, I started as a news source kind of thing, but it was a lot of work for me because I don't really know how to do anything pretty much. Like, I don't know how to code. I don't know how to make a site. I don't know how to make smart contracts. I was like, I know English.
You know how to get people together and gather information. That's pretty useful.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll just gather information and inform people. And that's what I started doing. I was like, okay, I have a news site, but the site needed more stuff that I couldn't bring. So and then I believe it's NFT Insider. He came in and he made an incredible job. Like, whatever I did in 6 months, he did in 1 month, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. Like. And I got kind of sad because he's doing such a great job, because I was kind of competing with him, and I was like, top off to you, man. You did an incredible job. You did everything I wanted. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do interviews with creative people from the environment. I'm gonna bring like exclusive collections from people. I would like show off. But hey, now I'm just kind of switching to giving good information and detailed information to my community and making content for them so they can look out for the stuff, because there's not many Spanish content creators about wax. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Spanish content creators chasing the big bag of money now that crypto plays and stuff like this, and there's like occasional videos, but I want to be like a dedicated, something like whatever Anders does for the English community. He keeps everyone super informed, and he's really objective with every project that he reviews. So he's kind of my inspiration kind of thing to help out people. And yeah.
Anders,
that's really cool.
Anders objective? Are you crazy? All he does is whine and complain about people flying through servers. There's no objectivity there.
Yeah, and I know how to find coins. That's too. I'm a financial advisor, top category. No, just kidding. I would like to gamble with Anders. Don't. I don't recommend it.
What? So you mentioned this earlier. You said sometimes you do live streams of your builds and stuff. I do. I stream Uplift. I try to make like, I do pack openings, I do giveaways, I do everything I can for everyone that can afford stuff. I just
like the usual, I guess. I just open packs, I give some to the people, we talk about some projects, we review the latest news, we chat about, and I clear doubts for people, like, because tons of people join the stream, like, what are you doing? Like, what's this? And so I do the same kind of talk, like, this is an NFT space, and this is that, and I really like it because people are really willing to learn and understand whatever you're doing. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I really like it. But what I would really like, I don't know if I should be saying this because it's maybe my idea, but like for you two guys to understand, I want to have like a kind of a site or a place where you can see your inventory in a different way. You know, where in Wax you see in Atomic Hub you see all your NFTs and you have to scroll down. And that's cool that you can see them, but that's a little bit boring for me because I like to show off my stuff, right? Now that they added the pin thing, you can show your cool cards and everything like that. But I would really like to have.
I see what you mean. Like, to have more of a visual, appealing gallery kind of view of NFTs. It would be really cool.
Or a room, huh? You have your own room that you can customize yourself, and then you can put whatever you want on your computer. You can highlight a game. You can have a poster with like custom stickers. You can have your whatever, and people can come into your room. And that was kind of my big idea, like something like a big hotel in a metaverse where people have their own place. And then you can access those places and people can decorate it and change and build and have different rooms of shapes and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it would be nice to have and let people, because we have statues, we have cards, we have many things in NFT format that we don't really what's the word? Like we don't really
the maximum, right? Like
we just look at them in 2D, and it would be nice to have them somewhere in 3D or something.
Yeah, I get your point. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, so that's the NFT room. It's an actual NFT room. Besides the community and all the NFT talk into the room, I would really like to make an NFT room, and that's why. Well, the logo and everything is like isometric. So that's why I also went with the room in this way and everything. I wanted to make sense. So someday the project will come together. At the moment,
well, you have time, man. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the end, right? Because a day is like a month here in this space anyway. So you're not gonna get it done in a day. Just get it done at your pace, and it's gonna look cool whenever it's done, right? It doesn't matter.
Yep. I'm starting. Well, shout out to Nick. He's kind of telling me where to look out for learning with smart contracts and stuff like that. So, yeah, because I really want to learn since I'm gonna be here all the time doing all this stuff. So you gotta learn about it. So,
I mean, it's interesting for me to hear. We should put you on a stream with people like Miss Team Crypto, to be honest, and talk about this, because I think like for the younger generation who's getting into crypto, it's a lot different than some of us older people, right? Like, because crypto for some of us older people, just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, we were used to a life of having to walk 10 miles to school every day and climb over hydro wires, like in big snowstorms. Obviously I'm not that old, but like younger generations, I don't know if you've ever met Miss Teen Crypto, but we've had conversations with her before. They kind of grew up with Minecraft, right? Like Gen Z, they kind of grew up with like gaming, having a cell phone, basically glued to their hip when they were born. These types of, conversations I think would be really interesting to, dive into and see like how you guys kind of view the world a little bit differently, right? Because that's the thing, you're so into crypto now, but I do believe that crypto is going to become like a staple and a mainstay of the modern, global economy, of the modern global system, right? And it's crazy to me that like you guys as young people are actually early, right? Because there's really no difference on aspects like that, right? Like there's a lot of gamers out there who don't pay attention to crypto. That's one thing that all ages, I think, have in common. But it'll be interesting to see when it takes off, where it takes off quicker, where it gets adopted quicker, you know, and how important things like what you guys are doing, you know, becomes a staple for your generation, for younger generations, right? Because I know a lot of young people that wouldn't want to listen to like, you know, like old dudes. There's a lot of like old like people out there who are pretty good at like, you know, doing what they do, but it's probably not the kind of content that like a majority of young people want to listen to, is my guess. I could be completely wrong. I mean, not everyone's as cool and hip as like me and Corey on our show, or me and Cowie on this Journey show. I'm just saying, like we've got it hammered down. Like we're the show for all generations. We uplift generations, you know, by the dozens, like six 2 times a week by the dozens. That's what we do. Is that enough shilling for our show, Cowie?
Yeah, I think people are gonna be flooding in next show, man.
But yeah, I would love to see that. Like, if you've got other people that you work with, let's make that happen. Let's throw you guys all in the stream and let's just brainstorm about like crypto and young people. I think that would be really fun.
Sure, yeah, that's an interesting subject. Like I see it the way you do. Like this is gonna become huge at some point, and being here now, it's a really big privilege, and like not a privilege, but like learning these now, I tell all my friends, I tell my family, like you don't have to invest anything, you just please learn about these, because when the time comes, you're gonna thank me for letting you know these. Like I just want you to be informed. I don't want people to scam you, because I get lots of family members that now that they know that I'm into crypto and all this, they talk to me and was like, yo, like
I so need to make that t-shirt. That's a great t-shirt. That t-shirt really needs to be made. Just on the back of it, it says stop me and ask me about Bitcoin, or at the front it says stop me and ask me about Bitcoin, and then on the back it says you'll thank me later.
Yeah, that's a good one. I could actually make that one and send it to you, because I have an embroidery machine, so I could make that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just like when you say that, I like that you say, you know, in the end, like it's not really definitely a privilege. It's just, I think we're all privileged just to be curious enough, like which is what it shows. Like it just shows that you're a curious person and you saw something that was interesting and then you got involved. Like it doesn't matter if you knew anything about coding or if you knew anything about design or anything else. You basically found your way with the skills that you had to just get involved, right? Because you saw it was relevant, and that's it, right? Like that's what it means.
No idea, like willing to collect and fear of missing out. That's what got me here. Now, but learn. There's amazing. I'm learning every day. It's insane the amount of projects and stuff you learn daily here. It's what you said, like one day here feels like a month. Like,
yeah, it really is like that. Yeah. I mean, sometimes like I'm looking at myself and just, I invested in something here, and then like a couple of days later, I'm already thinking, you know what? Like I know I invested in this project, but I can't see like the return I was expecting. And I'm like, it seems like, what am I talking about? Like, it's literally been a couple of days, and I'm already thinking, and I know for a fact, like, I'm not gonna go and sell because of that or anything. Like you stop and you put your mind at ease, you know. But the thought still comes. I'm like, it feels like I've invested in this project for a little bit now. Like nothing is moving. It's like, well, it's been nothing, you know.
12 hours. What's my profit?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, and sometimes not even just profit, but like, you know, I'm expecting something to happen in the project or something. And so I do understand, and that's why I try to be empathetic in the chat when I'm replying to community members. You know, when they come and they're like, "Oh, I'm not too sure what was going on. Like, what is Uplift Room going to be used for?" And like, look, I understand you're asking the question. You know, it's gonna come. Like, there's uses for it now, and more users are gonna come, but it takes time, man. Like
Right
as much as
away.
we want to be immediate and just develop this whole metaverse in one day, it's not doable, right? So you have to be patient.
Yeah, you gotta hang tight, be here, enjoy it, and see what comes out. Like that's what everything
Yeah.
in life, not just this. Like you gotta support it and see what it comes out.
Yeah, for sure, man. How big is your community now? Forgot.
So it's not that big. I made a mistake one day. I made a giveaway, and yeah, and a lot of people came in to the community, and that's not really active people.
Well,
So
it
I
doesn't
would
really
say
matter.
to
Not a
have,
mistake. You try to give something away. That's cool, man.
yeah, but like I really wanted people to actually like be here and learn, but they just wanted the freebies, which is cool. But
I get your point. Yeah.
yeah, but I would say we are like 50 active people max.
Yeah.
Like now with all the videos and stuff that I'm doing, there's way more reach, and there's like new people coming in, and there's what I like. There's new people, like people that don't know anything about crypto, and they just happen to stumble upon a video and or an article or whatever, and they come here and they ask, and then I made a little bot here where you go like empezar, which is start, and then it gives you a little definition, and then you have all the networks, and people can like it's kind of interactive, and you have the kind of a walkthrough on how to make a wallet and stuff like that for new people. So
Yeah.
it's thought for newcomers to blockchains and stuff like that. It's not really for experts, but I'm slowly like training them, and I'm really happy when people ask for something, and then someone that has been on the group for longer replies, and it's not me. It's really comforting. It's like it's a great feeling.
Exactly. That was why I was asking you, man, because like by what you're saying, 50 people are actually active people that are in there and participating in the stuff that you did. So you see that you've already managed to get 50 human beings that are interested in something to go around whatever you did and started from scratch, and they're now actually interacting as well between themselves, and like just looking at that's something that you built and started from nothing is really, really nice, right? Like it's really congrats, and
it's
props
really
to you
rewarding
to having
man.
that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And people are super nice as well, and they know I put a lot of time here, because I am at least on the computer like 16 hours a day. It's insane at this point, but I quit my job. I was a waiter, so I've been a waiter for like what 3-4 years, and I'm just working 1 day a week now. Like I'm working.
Wow, man.
So I'm living from this, and I will help as much people as I can, and then people understand, and they're really thankful for what I'm doing, and I'm thankful for them for actually wanting to learn and do stuff here.
Yeah, it's honestly super cool. Like,
and also like
I can see like just that bot and all the stuff that you showed us so far, like that you put real effort into this. It's not just a hobby really to you right now.
It's really it's really nice. I don't know. I enjoy it, and people using the stuff I make, it's even better, because when they join and they use it, it's like, oh, nice, and then like they made a wallet. We got a new user. We got someone new discovering everything, and even one guy from the group, it's making a project and everything, and he got like artists and backend developers and front end, and he's like a whole project, and he's gonna be releasing it soon, and I'm super proud that he kind of born here at the group, and he found me, and then he started asking me stuff, and I pointed him on the right directions, and yeah. Yep.
Right. Yeah. So on that note, we need people like we need people like Torios to plug into the older generation as well, and convince them all that crypto is not an elaborate scam devised by lizard people.
Pyramid scam.
I love it. So we need to wrap this up because I got another show, Torios. But please come back anytime, sometime soon.
Sure, whenever you got. Yeah.
Keep us.
I'm here.
Yeah,
informed.
man.
PM me on Telegram.
Next
I'll
time
help
you have your neck a little bit more furniture in the room, then we'll definitely catch up again.
Yeah, sure.
Right, yeah.
I'm here. Just send me a DM on Telegram. I'll be here. I'm on the computer all day.
All right, sounds good, man.
Thank you very much, guys, for having me. And
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
And yeah, we'll see you guys. Kari and I'll be back tomorrow with another one. But please like, subscribe, share all of our channels, Toro's included. If you're part of the Spanish community, get in touch with them, and maybe you guys can do a video together or chat about crypto and bring that to the world. Because that needs to be a thing. We're pretty English centric around these parts, but we support all languages and cultures.
Recently posted community-based groups in general in Telegram as well, and one of them is a Spanish community too. So, you know, if anyone else watching this has any other groups that they put in other languages, feel free to reach out to me as well. We want to support as many, you know, other cultures as we can.
Awesome. I will.
Until next time, take the bull by the horns.
Yes. Bye-bye. See you.
Thanks everyone for coming.
It's